My name is Professor Shadrach Olufemi Akindele, the fourth substantive Vice Chancellor of Redeemers University, Ede, Osun State, Nigeria. Thank you very much. My vision for Redeemers University is to take this university to a higher pedestal than it has ever had, in line with the vision given to us by the visitor to the university, our father in the Lord, Pastor A. Adeboye, who told us that in no distant time, Redeemers University will become one of the top 10 universities in the world. This is the mandate we have received, and I intend to move this university in that direction. The means of achieving that are numerous. One key area is this area of research. We already have the African Center of Excellence for Genomics of Infectious Diseases, ACGID, which is a World Bank supported center of excellence. My desire is to have more of such centers. Of course, we also have ACE Water, which is the Center of Excellence, African Center of Excellence for Water and Environmental Studies. My desire is to encourage colleagues to form research clusters and bid for research grants to be able to attract similar centers into this university. I believe that is one key area of making our impact towards becoming one of the top 10 universities in the world. But that is just one area and one aspect. Another aspect is to look at the environment where we are as a university. My desire is to transform this environment such that when people come into Redeemers University, they will see a very conducive environment for learning, and that will actually enhance inspiration both of researchers and of students. Of course, when I talk of enhancing the quality of the environment, I'm talking of enhancing the aesthetic value of the community, so that as you drive around or walk around the campus, you are excited about being here to study. And that is another area. Another program that I desire to put in place is enhancing the quality of our teaching. And to do this, my desire is to have series of workshops, training workshops to the faculty, that's to the lecturers, such that modern pedagogic methods can be taught, and they can learn these methods, and this will definitely impact the way they teach their students. So there are quite a number of other things, but because of time, I will just stop there. Students play a very key role in any university system. I always tell my colleagues that students are the most essential element or component of the university sector. Without the students, yes, we can still have researchers, we can have administrative staff, junior staff, and all the rest. But if the students are not there, we are only a research institute and not a university. What makes us a university is the presence of students here studying and learning. Now, due to the important roles positions that students occupy in the university system, I have great plans for them. One of those plans is to give them exposure. The way to achieve this is to expose them to international scholars from different universities all across the world. And to be able to do this, we want to leverage on technology, availability of technology, to organize virtual classes. There are quite a number of our alumni from Redeemers University who are outside the country, and they are making waves in various sectors. They desire to give back to the system. And one of the easy ways of doing that is to create this platform whereby they can engage the current students virtually. This is one of the key things I intend to do to enhance the learning experience of the students. In terms of their social experience, one of the things I intend to do, beginning from this new academic session, is to give our students exposure. And I want to start with the leaders. The leaders of RONSA, which is the Redeemers University Students Association. I will involve them in study tour of similar universities around, to go there, mingle with students there, interact with the faculty there, with the administration there, to just have something different from what they have here. And I believe that by such exposure, going from campus to campus, seeing how things are done elsewhere, it will definitely enhance their experience, and we'll have a better system here in the university. One of the major factor of keeping brilliant faculties within the university system is to provide a conducive work environment for them. If the work environment is great, they will stay. But if the work environment is hostile or toxic, then they won't stay. No matter how much you are paying them, they won't stay. So a very key thing is to make the university environment conducive for them. One way of achieving that, which I've started, is to ensure that the power supply is more regular than it has ever been. This is one major challenge in many universities in Nigeria. Researchers want to do their work, they want to stay extra hours in the office to continue with their research in the laboratory and so on, and then all of a sudden there is no power to do that. That discourages people, and before you know it, they want to just live here. What happens abroad where people run away to? They run away there because there you can guarantee 24-hour supply of electricity. So to do your research, you are not tied to public power supply fluctuating here and there. No. So that's one of the things I intend to do, and I'm happy to announce that we have started seeing improvement in this sector due to various interventions we have initiated. Now, once power supply is there, it helps a lot, because it will power your internet, power every other thing you want to talk about, even your equipment in the lab, your computer systems, and so many things like that. The other thing is water. Water is very essential, especially in scientific research, where you cannot do without it. And so another area is water, and some efforts are being made in that area. Unfortunately, within the campus, there is no large surface water, no large body of water, surface water, that we can easily dam and treat and use in the system. And so what we rely heavily on presently in the university is boreholes. That's to, digging down into underground aquifer and bringing out water for use. That's what we have been doing, using so far. We want to see how we can benefit from public water supply, channeling it here into the university to enhance the availability of water. And the third and final aspect is internet connectivity. That is another thing that can keep your scholars and your researchers on ground. If they have regular internet access, they go to the library, they are in their office, they are in their residence, anywhere, they are able to connect easily to the internet, wow, they will stay. So these three areas are areas of emphasis in my vision for the university, to be able to retain the faculty that we have presently. My approach to leadership as a person is based on what I studied from the life of Jesus Christ, the greatest leader of all time. His pattern of leadership is so unique, and that's what I pattern my own leadership philosophy and style along, and that is servant leadership. Jesus Christ was leading 12 disciples, but among them, you will see he was a servant. He did not teach leadership only by theory. He demonstrated it by the way he related with the disciples. And studying his life and following his footsteps is one sure way I know will make any leader to succeed in leadership responsibility. And that is what I'm set to do, and that is what I am doing. And so that way, having empathy, caring for the people being led, seeing them as valuable assets in the community and not just non-entities. Even to the most junior worker, relating to them as humans and not just as tool of production. That is something that I am doing. And I know that with that, people will have sense of belonging. They want to contribute to the system, regardless of how much their take-home is. They know they are valued, and they know that their contribution to the system is valued by leadership. That really enhances and promotes the development of the university community. Crises oftentimes come up when there is lack of information or misinformation or disinformation, as the case may be. People, of course, in any society of humans, conflict is something that can never be eliminated at any time. And the simple reason is because we are all uniquely created as individuals in God's presence. And because we are unique, we see things oftentimes from different perspectives. It does not mean that A is right, B is wrong. No. Everybody is correct. It depends on the perception they have to issues. And so when, as a leader, I understand that very, very well. And so when I see people disagreeing in the system, I know that it is not because they hate each other. No, it is because they see things from different perspectives. And so the way to bridge the gap is to communicate. And I'm happy that in the university system, we do a lot of that in terms of talking, arguing, bringing points here and there. All the meetings I've conducted, if you ask people who have attended those meetings, they will tell you that I allow everybody to speak their mind, to vent whatever opinion they want to have. Whether I agree or I don't disagree, it is their right to do so. And then they vent it out. And the moment they voice what is in them, it helps them to calm down. And then they can now listen to other opinions too. And at the end of the day, we come to agreement on issues. So communication is a key thing to be able to maintain harmony and a conducive environment in the university system. My experience outside the university, outside the country, both in Europe, North America, that's Canada and US, has really given me an idea of what a global university, 21st century university should be. And when I see Redeemer's University, I see that we still have room for improvement in order to get there. And that has informed the carving out of my vision to say, okay, this and this and this are what I want to do in the university. This is the stage I want the university to get to. I mean, when you get to any of the universities abroad, you see the environment, the university environment, you see the facilities available there, you see how committed people are to their research work, to their teaching, to learning, and so on and so forth. Those are the kind of things I want to also promote in Redeemers University. And I must commend the staff in Redeemers University, both academic and non-teaching staff. They are tremendous. They have been doing a lot. And all they need is someone to encourage them. And personally, I have been doing that since I got on board. For instance, just a small example, I care for their welfare. When I assumed duty in December last year, one of the proposals on grant has been where staff were agitating for 35% increase in salary. And the question is, oh, this is a private university, federal government has not even implemented it yet, all sorts of things. Where are we going to get the money? But then I went to the governing council, and at the governing council meeting, I made a case for the welfare of staff. And I said, as a university, this is the least we can do for them. And that we will look for the money, we will sustain this. Thankfully, governing council approved it for me, and we became one of the first few universities that implemented that at 5% increase in salary of all staff. And that has boosted the morale of staff to know that, okay, this new leadership really caters for their welfare. And I told them, I said, look, yes, we have had this, but don't see this as the limit. Let us work harder. Let's generate more income to the university, that I'm ready to take another proposal to council to ask for further increment if we are able to hone it. And I mean, that's my style, so that the staff will have a sense of duty and a sense of belonging where we are. Wow, my journey till this present time, maybe I should start from when I started my academic journey as a university person. After my master's degree, I was retained in my department at the University of Ibadan as a teaching assistant, and I spent 1 year on that. It was from there that I got appointment at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, as an assistant lecturer in 1988, December 1988. So I moved from Ibadan to Akure to take up the job. And there in the department, in my field of study, which is forest biometrics, I happen to be the only person in the whole university in that field of study. So I was given the responsibility of developing a curriculum for that, for courses in that area. And I did that as a young assistant lecturer, and I started teaching. Now, incidentally, I completed my PhD 2 years later in 1990. And so I was upgraded to lecturer 2 position in the same university. I continued on the journey, the academic journey, and eventually became a professor in 2005. October 1st, 2005 was when I became a professor. Now, along the line, I got involved in consulting work, consultancy experience. And I consulted for state governments, federal government, the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and quite a number of other agencies. And that actually helped to enhance my teaching experience. Because the things I learned, the things I experienced in the consulting world, I bring to class to teach my students. And my students were better off for it. Now, not only that, along the line, I got opportunity to go outside the country. And I was in Canada for my sabbatical in 2004 to 2005. And of course, thereafter, I've had cause to go back again to the same place for another sabbatical in 2012. And then the latest sabbatical I had was also in Canada, in another university, University of Alberta in Edmonton, Canada. The earlier one was in University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. I mean, these are places where I've spent time working with researchers there on sabbatical. Now, back in my university, I became the head of department. And from there, I served. And then I was appointed the pioneer director of our Center for Space Research and Applications. I pioneered that directorate, that center, establishing it right from scratch. Because when I was appointed director, there was no office, no secretary, no staff, no vehicle, nothing whatsoever. But by the grace of God, we were able to stand our footing. We got a proposal through with NASDA, that's the National Aerospace Agency in Abuja, and they provided some funds with which we were able to buy equipment to set up the center, and it was a very, very fantastic one. We also were able to make collaborations with other institutions so that we were training their staff and their students too. So we did that. So as director, having served as director, then I also became dean of the faculty. And during my second term as dean of faculty, I was made the chairman of the committee of deans. And back in my university, as chairman of committee of deans, we are in attendance at principal officers meetings, so I became part of the top management of the university. I also was elected on the floor of Senate to serve in the University Governing Council. So talking of university governance, I have been prepared before now for this position. So that's just my journey so far. The host community has been very, very friendly. They received me warmly when I came. I've been to the palace of Timi Ofede on a number of occasions. The Kabiyesi himself has been here, right in this office. I mean, we have very, very cordial relationship. And some of the things the university is doing to promote that friendliness is reaching out to them each time there is a celebration, each time there is an activity, we get involved in one way or the other. Apart from that, our students in public health take part of the community as their laboratory, where they go in, meet with the people in the community to look at the health, environmental hygiene, sanitation of the environment and so on. They do that. Apart from that, during this coming convocation, part of our convocation package is to reach out to motherless babies homes, that's orphanages and other places where we have the less privilege within the community, and give them gifts, reach out to them, minister to them, things that will help to improve their livelihood. Apart from that, of course, quite a number of people in the community are working within our university here. So the university being here provides employment for people, in different categories of workers from the community. In fact, an indigene of the community is one of the principal officers of this university in the position of the university librarian. So the university has been of tremendous help to the community, and we enjoy mutual relationship. To the global community, we are selling our research products, our research outputs. Take, for example, during the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, our researchers in HGID were able to come up with diagnostic methods to be able to detect the virus. And in fact, Redeemers University HGID became the hub that government, both in states and even from federal level, were sending samples to for diagnosis. And our researchers also developed a kit, in fact they patented it anyway, that helped in formulating the vaccines that were manufactured to combat COVID. That is one major thing we are selling to the world. That's one major thing we are taking to the global community, to say, look, right from here within Ede, we have this to save lives across the globe. That is one major thing that we are taking out there to the global community, among several others. Well, the Redeemed Christian Church of God is the proprietor of the university, and we want to thank God for all that God has been using the church to do in supporting the university. It is on record that many of the facilities we have here were from our daddy in the Lord and mommy in the Lord. That's Daddy and Mommy Gio, Pastor E. Adeboye and Mommy Folu Adeboye. Now, the mission as a unit too, has invested heavily in the university. There is a part of the university where we call engineering hostels. It's a block of 6-story buildings, meant as used as male hostel presently. That was built for us by the mission. We see lots of road projects going on within the university, interlockings and so on and so forth. That is funded solely by the mission. So the mission has been of very, very tremendous help and benefit to the university community. So they have been trying, they have been doing their best. The first is to have a robust and up-to-date database of the alumni, because it is with the database you will know where they are located. And there are different sets. And the way we are going about it, we have a directorate of strategic communications and development that really work with alumni relations. And the mandate they have there is to create this database such that we'll be able to reach out to the alumni at any time very easily. Now, the other aspect is this. By the time the alumni begins to hear good news about their alma mater, that, so progress is being made, so development is being made, that is something that will excite them. And they will be able to beat their chest and say, that is my university, that is my alma mater. But if the university is not doing fine, nobody will want to associate with it. Even people who graduated from there will want to, no, I don't want to have anything to do with it. So as an administration, we have that desire to promote this university, to make every alumnus of the university become very proud. And again, on our website of the university. We're overhauling the website now completely. We intend to be featuring alumnus of the university from time to time, giving them special recognition. Those that are doing great in various aspects, we want to feature them on our website. We want to promote, we want to blow their trumpet. We want to promote them. And that is one sure way I know that we can really engage in our relationship with the alumni, because when people get to the website and they say, oh wow, you mean this person also graduated from Ron? Oh wow, and that kind of a thing will help to enhance the image of the university and also attract more students into the university. The present graduating set of students who will be convocating next month in October, my admonition to them will be that the things they have learned while they are here, because they have learned many things there, they should hold them dearly, because those are the things that will form the foundation to whatever they will become in future. Anything they want to become. They have been equipped while here with what they need. Any field of study they want to go into, anything they want to do in life, their period here has given them that foundation. And so my advice will also be that they should know that now that they are becoming graduates of the university, they are carrying the name of the university with them wherever they go. Because it will be on their CV. BSc, so and so, Redeemers University. It will be there for life. And so because of that, I will advise them to always remember that whatever they do has impact on the university system. And so that should encourage them, that should encourage them actually to always remember that they are not just representing themselves as individuals. No, they have the name of the university on their head. And that should help them to exercise self-regulation in everything they do. Then again, while here, they have learned that academic excellence is one thing, but godly attributes is another very key aspect. And the two must go together. And so, having been packaged with these two, when they graduate and they go out there, wherever they may be, whether as engineers, as civil servants, as postgraduate students, whatever it is, they should know that, yes, excellence is great in academics, but godly attributes is a must that must be evident in their lives.